Hey guys, Deathbringer here. We're on Fallout 4. This is the walkthrough. So, in the last episode, we went to Libertalia and got the rogue synth Gabriel, I think his name was. And now we need to go talk to Father.
Good evening.
Goodbye. Okay. Hello. Hi.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Gabriel and his gang were sick bastards, hanging their victims up like trophies. I'm just glad it's over.
While we can do nothing for Gabriel's victims, we can at least take comfort in the knowledge that the threat has been removed. But enough about that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
The fuck is that noise next to me? It's like so distracting. Okay, let's go check out our quarters. I'm actually not going to stick with Codsworth. As soon as I get access to be able to have X688 with me, I will be having him as a companion. I think that's actually going to be in a minute.
Your quarters are just inside, ma'am.
Thank you. It's too small, I don't like it. Can I have a return?
When
Please.
you're finished here, ma'am, Father wants to see you.
Hi.
I'm listening.
I want you as a companion.
I'm looking forward to the next mission. A successful mission on all counts, sir.
Be my companion. The thing is, I really hate their weapons. Their weapons suck. Yoink, mine. I'm not gonna live in the Institute this time. Where did... Okay. Excuse me, just drank a coffee. Straight, like, drank a coffee, like, completely all the way down. That didn't make sense. I just downed the coffee, sorry, before I started recording. Oh, what I want to say is, my favorite part about the overall Fallout is when I first leave the vault, and like when I'm just basically the first 10 levels of the game is my favorite part of the game, just because it feels so fresh. And I'm going to jump. Haha! Hello.
Son?
Hello.
Hello, mother.
Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
I try and talk it out. See if things can be resolved peacefully.
An admirable goal. And yet we find ourselves in a situation where something more significant must be done. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute.
Oh,
synths
Lord.
that had gone missing in recent months. They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill Monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Hey, I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
Okie dokie. Optional, inform the railroad. Nope. Sorry, I'm with the Institute. I'm an asshole. Well, I am actually almost done with this section of the series. Well, and I am and I'm not. I will still be recording certain things for the walkthrough, just like every now and again. But it's not going to be like how I'm doing it like every day. It'll probably be, to be honest, it could be every day, I don't know. I'm not going to be doing any like of the major stuff like Nuka World, I haven't got access to that yet, Far Harbor and the Mechanist. I'm not going to be doing stuff like that. I think the next thing I'm probably going to do is Vault 88. The quest line for that. So... here. Codsworth, you're leading them to me, you dick! Hey, guys, behind me. Mush.
No mercy.
There we go.
Hey, Synth.
I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up from here. Our targets are inside. The situation appears
Wait,
to
sorry,
have
I'm skipping.
escalated. Covert
Sorry, I've been
approach is
skipping
likely
pretty much
impossible. We move in,
everything.
secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear?
Sorry.
Yeah, we've got this.
Remember, the synths are the primary objective. Harm must be avoided at all costs. Here are the recall codes. Follow me.
Sorry,
SRB
I was...
intelligence reports indicate that the synths are being... The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
I don't need to do anything because they're just going to kill themselves. Hey. Can't steal anything from here though. Yeah, sorry I was skipping it. I've been like playing on like 3 different characters, and I pretty much skip everything unless I'm recording, and I completely forgot that I was recording just for that second. Yeah.
Who's there? We've got trouble. Don't think I won't hurt you.
Oh, you have a death machine? I was hoping you had a Gatling laser.
Taking damage. Taking fire. Damn it.
Just casually walking past them, excuse me.
Back up. Don't give up. I'm heading.
Thank you. just needed him to move. The turret's things that kill me. Hi. Excuse me, pardon me. No, it's not. But soon it's going to be mine.
I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
F633. Initiate reset. Authorization code Delta 62 Arcus. All right, Synth.
Please.
C322. Initiate reset. Authorization code Gamma 49 Typhoon. No sudden moves.
Please, no.
Y915. Initiate reset. Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest. You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
B257. Initiate reset. Authorization code Theta 93 Stratus.
You can already tell this character's personality.
That's all.
But I
Objective complete.
yeah, fuck you, dude.
Now, make sure all hostiles have been eliminated. I will relay the synths back to the Institute. Report to Father upon your return, and good work.
Secure the area.
Hi.
Yeah?
I'm actually, with this character, I've actually kind of extended her story to another character. You're not going to know this until God knows how long into the future, so something might have changed. But I will take that. This character is actually the mother of another character I've got called Mary. And I'll go through it like in a proper video, dedicated video, but whenever I actually talk about it, I end up forgetting about it, like forgetting the words, like what I'm supposed to be saying. Because I was explaining the story, the role-playing perspective of the story, to Teeny from Teeny Tiny Gaming. It just, my brain would not put the pieces in the right place. I kept fucking it up. I'm gonna have to write it down and then read it out, because it's like really fucking complicated. There's parts of both of their story that I haven't quite got to make sense yet. Since Sean being one, which he hasn't turned up yet at the vault.
Well, that monument has seen better days. I don't suppose there's a restoration.
Oh, I'm friends with... well, he's dead. I thought he had a Gatling laser. I want a Gatling laser, I like them. Sometimes I think a bit too much. To be honest, I should just be able to fast travel. He's almost dead. What are you holding? Laser. Damn it! I want Gatling laser! I have to go to the CIT ruins and in the building of death that has death written all over it. Hey, yay. Yeah, I think I remember why I turned off the in-game music, and it was because this battle music wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like now, it shouldn't be a thing, but it is. Oh, it stopped. Finally. I'm gonna try not to skip any dialogue from now on, but knowing me, I'm an idiot. I'm actually really close to the end. I think I got like maybe 3 or 4 missions. Because technically the main storyline...
Hello?
Technically the main storyline to this ends with a cutscene. And then there's like some side extra missions, like taking out the railroad, I think. No, that's actually part of the main quest. It's the Brotherhood. No! I'm getting it wrong. Thinking about it, it's all linked in. Father doesn't die until everything's done. Brotherhood's gone, railroad's gone.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
Wasn't always like this. It used to be different.
I can only imagine. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They kept me alive, too?
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Your unconditional love is overwhelming. I think I need a moment.
I can accept that you're offended. You must understand, though. I have had no love to feel. We have been strangers until now, you and I. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. Well, it's remarkable. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
There's always a risk. It was worth it.
I'm glad you see it that way. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course. But they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Okay, I want to quickly clarify something. This isn't my Institute character, and it won't be my Institute character. I just joined the Institute because I've never actually fully paid attention and actually seen the female version. I have a female Institute character, but I skipped past all the dialogue just because I had one incident with a female character that I had to delete her because for some reason I couldn't talk to Synth Sean, and it pissed me off. So whenever I make a female character, I join the Institute. I recently made Mary, and I joined the Brotherhood, and I've completed the Institute side of things on that. So the Institute is destroyed on there. There is a huge type of story that I am doing with Bella and Mary, those two characters, but it's gonna take time for me to be able to fully get it written in stone because of how many moving parts. I'm pretty much creating an entire new story within the game. It's a little bit confusing, and obviously the game mechanics and the game storyline isn't going to let me fully do what I want to do, but a role-playing perspective, it's what I'm doing. But it's just going to take time. I'm even going to have to try and completely well, let's just say it's going to be a bit of a problem doing what I want to do. Because it's going to be pretty much you're going to like not see half of Bella's life. Where have I got level up? Okay, let's do that. So I can customize the weapons a bit better. Also need to fast travel to the Institute. So when I actually get around to explaining the storyline, when I fully got it sorted, because there's one thing I don't know how to explain is Synth Sean. I don't know how to explain that one. Because the game...
Stop telling those stupid stories.
Because the game has limitations for my storyline. So I'm probably going to have to tweak certain things. And probably break a bit of lore at the same time.
Let's get this Directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important.
Okay, lead the way. But as far as I've got with Bella's story is after she joins the Institute, and we complete the main quest line, she's gonna go freelance.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is she doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All
Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I don't think so.
It's all right. I wouldn't expect you to have. The project has been classified from the beginning. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I am not overly fond of putting my own mother in harm's way, she has proven more than capable of handling herself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Can't
Please,
be serious.
everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
The fuck is that noise? Seriously. Sounds like someone's humping in the background. Shut up! I just got all the feels in here.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? She isn't one of us. She isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my mother has already proven herself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
It's great to have you here.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Let your surroundings be a reminder of what science and willpower can accomplish.
Father... Wait, son...
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Mother. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
Look, I don't want to run this place.
Are you so sure? You seem to have a natural talent for leading by example, getting things done. This will suit you. And I think we can both agree the Institute will need the guidance. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Okay, so we are basically being made a director of the Institute, which in Bella's story will not be happening forever. Because she's going to break away. So for some reason I haven't come up with yet.
I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands. I'm going with you.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Okie dokie. So, in the next episode, we're going to the mass fusion building. That's going to be fun. Gonna get my ass handed to me. And it ain't going to be by the Brotherhood either. But, okay, for this episode, this is it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and hit that subscribe button. I have been Deathbringer, and I will see you for the next one. Cheerio, and goodbye.